Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pow-wow stream. I'm your host, Johnny Hellcat, and with me today, per usual, is my Hellcat. Hellcat. Fuck! God damn it.
You almost had it.
I was really close. This is my co-host, the Hey Camel.
Hey, how are you?
And it's been a while since we've done one of these, so I'll allow myself this one error.
Okay,
One.
I'm subscribed to your channel. YouTube's still not telling me that you went live.
Well, of course not. Why would they want to go and do that?
I will type in. There we go. See, it shows you're live on your homepage. And now we mute the YouTube so I don't hear myself talking. And I don't know what's up with the chat, but anytime I go to a live stream on YouTube now, it takes 2 or 3 minutes before the chat will actually pop up. Like I can see on the screen, Shady's in chat, Six is in chat. How's it going, guys? Oh, there, it finally pops up. Della. Hey, Mr. Yes, I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing, man?
Hey, Mr. S. Yeah, it's been a while. Although I see him in AP's chat every so often.
Oh yeah, man. He's I don't get over to AP streams as often anymore. And I is he still having trouble with the YouTubes like cutting his streams off?
It sounds like he's been having problems with StreamYard. Or not StreamYard, OBS.
Mm.
I
I've never used OBS, so I can't expound on that.
I wonder if he uses slobs or OBS. I think he uses slobs. So I'm not sure. Is it official that he is taking Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I'm not shocked by it either. I mean, disappointed, sure. Shocked, not really.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised at all. Did you partake in your local elections?
No.
Nah.
I did catch a little bit of the Minions stream. I caught the replay with you and Skep and Harry and Prospero, and like you're all like, oh yeah, everyone voted. Like I didn't. Fuck it. No.
Did you have anything major going on in your state? Is the
I
real question.
mean, governor's race, which Stitt won re-election anyway. He was going up against like the Secretary of Education. All right. And this is how bad of a candidate he is. It was kind of close leading up to it. Like, I didn't know who was, it could have been a coin flip as far as I was concerned. But, yeah, Secretary of Education, we're 46th in the nation in education. And that's who they're putting up. So, like, I didn't really care either way. All the other races were pretty well just you could have set your clock by them going Republican, so I wasn't worried about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I actually were to go out and vote, unless I vote Republican, I am throwing my vote away. Right? So, like 2020, I voted Kanye for the lulz. I knew Trump was going to win Oklahoma, so I didn't have any problems with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like our state typically goes. I think, with an exception of maybe 2008, we typically go red.
Wait, 2008 went for Obama?
Yeah,
No shit.
at least I think so.
Huh. I would not have guessed that, sir.
Although it was either 2008 or 2012.
12? 12 I could probably see. He just got done killing I almost said Obama. Shit. Osama. So yeah, which I do love that even now, just right now, me doing it right there, giving Obama credit, like he went to Pakistan and shot that motherfucker himself.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, Obama killed Osama. No, he didn't. There's that mouthy prick from Montana who won't let anyone forget it. He killed him.
If we can get
You
that
know,
guy
I
to
haven't
shut the
seen him
fuck up.
pop up in a while, actually.
Well, since he got removed from the plane. Like,
No. I mean, I'd seen him pop up after that, but like, because I follow quite a few of those, special operations types, like either on YouTube or Twitter. Haven't seen his name pop up in a while.
yeah, it has been a while.
So, Alaska's about to have its first Native American politician in Congress.
Which is a shock, being as it's Alaska.
I mean, uh, I don't really care. You
Yeah.
know, what's their policies? You know, is it a Democrat or is it a Republican? First of all, because didn't they have like a special election earlier this year or something like that? Sarah Palin lost.
I didn't even realize she was still up there.
Yeah, she still lives up there. Like she ran for the House seat, their one House seat, and they just started doing the ranked voting, ranked choice voting. You know, I want to vote for this person first, and if they don't win, give my vote to this next person, and then so on and so forth. I mean, how do you feel about ranked choice voting, Johnny?
Honestly, I've never really thought about that. Because the way that's always been for me is you vote, and then the guy who gets the top is the guy.
Yeah, like it kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit because like all my life, one man, one vote. Like, all right, well now you're gonna go into a booth and it's like now you have multiple votes. Hey Eddie, how's it going? What's up, Terry?
Hey, Terry. Hey, Eddie.
Now, see, I mean, at least we've got it kind of decent. Like Terry has to vote by law. Like we don't have to.
Yeah. Although you don't necessarily.
Although they can draw like dicks on their ballots and that gets counted. So, like, I mean, who's really at the disadvantage here,
Yeah.
right? It was funny.
I contemplated one of the. There was a. It was a single person who was up for office, and I sat there looking at the blank, and I'm like, I could put a penis here.
I mean, now I did actually go to a polling place yesterday. We got the little, city hall had the voting going on yesterday. I went there just to pay a water bill because, I'm staying over here at Nana Camel's house and cleaning up and everything. And the place is going to be mine as soon as the probate finishes. So, you know, but I'm still registered to vote, next town over where, me and the girlfriend actually live. I could have done a little bit of voter fraud if I wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
but no. It was funny because I walk in, I'm like looking around, I was like, is the lady at the window for me to pay my water bill today? And they're like, oh, did you lose somebody? You lose one? No, like I'm here to pay my bills. I don't give a fuck about your voting. So did have a nice little conversation with one of the people sitting there, I guess running the voting, because they were sitting there like nobody's in there voting at the time that I go to pay my bill, right? So they're just sitting there bullshitting. Which I mean, great job if you can get it right.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there waiting for this lady to waddle over to the window so I can hand her the bill and the check to pay. and I hear them talking. They're talking about like these different concerts they went to. Who's better live and whatnot. And I was like, oh, which it's older folks, so they're talking older music, which I love me some older music. I think they were comparing like Elton John and who's the other person they were. I can't remember, but like like oh Elton John was great live. Oh, I mean, that sounds really cool, great,
My,
and
my
they're sitting there talking about singing.
yeah.
What?
I was gonna say my mom actually would have offered me a ticket to go see Elton John over. I think it was in Missoula, but she didn't think I would want to go.
Why
I'm
not?
like,
Tiny Dancer kicks ass,
I'm
man.
like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm like, I don't like a majority of his songs, but there's a few that are really good.
Yeah, Tiny
I,
Dancer for
I,
one.
I could give two shit about the politics part, but I mean,
Now, I mean, as long as he's sitting there playing the fucking piano and singing, cool. If he's gonna pull a Bono and start talking politics in the middle of it,
yeah.
fuck that.
Hey Seth, hey Becca.
Terry, hold me closer, Tony Danza. I think you're mishearing the words of the song there, sir.
Well, it could be like, was it? Oh, what's his name?
Inagata Devita?
No, Tom. Tom. I'm
Tom.
the stand-up. He does with Bert.
Oh, Tom Segura.
Yeah, Tim Segura and where are the bodies, Garth?
Where are the bodies, Garth?
Apparently, there's like an internet rumor, copy pasta that Garth Brooks hid bodies, and it's to the point where like any one of his like comments is filled with like where are the bodies, Garth?
I I haven't caught any of like the Your Mom's House podcast that Tom does with his wife in
I
so long. I don't know any of the lore anymore
I catch
from
I catch the clips, and that's pretty much what I have the time for.
that there's so much lore between the two of them in that podcast that I mean you'd have to like drink from a fire hose to get caught up on it all.
Oh yeah,
And uh I think around the time that he broke like his bones is when I stopped paying attention because he was out of commission for a while.
that the snap heard around the world.
Oh, did you ever see the video of it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
how do you break that many bones going for a layup, sir?
like he broke bones I didn't even know you had. Like,
I mean, there are 206 of them, so yeah, you lose track.
and many of them more than once.
Now, I mean, which was more painful to watch for you? Like the clip of him breaking his bones, or the clip they would play on the podcast of that dude getting run over?
I don't think I had seen that one.
It's it's like a little Asian dude, probably different country, but he's in like an auto shop, and somebody's backing a car in, and they back in too far, and they just pin him up against the wall.
Oh, hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah, like snap both of his legs.
I was trying to think of that guy who got out of his car to do that stupid dance and then ran over his ankle.
Oh.
And then it rolled up his leg. Yeah, like that's what you get for being fucking stupid.
Yes, most definitely.
Oh yeah, the Theismann.
The Theismann. Oh
Yeah.
god, don't remind me of that, dude. I haven't eaten yet. I'm already getting queasy.
Just pow, and it was done.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying.
My legs are twinging because of that. That impact can be felt now. And
speaking of, I guess Joe Theismann. Did you see that the Washington football team is possibly going to go up for sale?
Yeah, I heard that Snyder had his trying to pawn it off.
I would not count them as Native Americans, Mister. Yes, no. Those are. I believe the census considers them Pacific Islanders. Yeah, all this bullshit. Changed the name. Spent 2 years as the Washington football team. Come up with a weak ass replacement name, the Commanders. And now he's gonna just sell it off because he what was that investigation like it's like sexual misconduct and whatnot in the front office.
Yep.
He spent decades saying he wouldn't change the name, and then he caved. And now, like 3 years later, he's like, "All right, fuck it, sell this shit."
Workplace and sexual misconduct. Apparently, there was a congressional hearing about it.
See, now if I had won that 2 billion Powerball, I would have bought the Commanders and changed the name back.
and bring back Chief Wahoo.
Now, see, that would require me buying the Cleveland baseball team, and
Well, do they still own the patent to Chief Wahoo?
Ooh, the Washington Redskins and have Chief Wahoo as the mascot?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We could do that. We could definitely do that.
Come on, Powerball.
Although, like, I stayed up half the night fucking Monday waiting for those numbers. I finally crashed out at like, I don't know, 4, 5 in the morning. And I wake up, they still don't have them yesterday. Then, like, what, middle of the day? Like, oh yeah, some guy in California won. Bullshit.
I was
the only time I play the Powerball is when it's over $1 billion.
Yeah. And now it's gonna be over 2.
Well, no, now it resets because some guy won.
Oh, some guy won it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's bullshit.
one single ticket in California won the Powerball. Now, like half that straight off the top, he doesn't get, right?
Yeah.
Even if he takes the cash payout, he takes a cash payout. Supposed to be like $1 billion, right? You want to know how much? Like, was it Fortune or Forbes? One of the two. I read yesterday saying how much he would actually get from a cash payout. Like 630 million. Now, I wouldn't sneeze at that. I'd take 630 million, sure. But if you win $2 billion and you only get like a little over a quarter of it, can we all agree that that's just fucked?
Yeah.
Like, you win $2 billion just to become a millionaire? That's ridiculous. And the whole reason why we have the Powerball in Oklahoma was supposed to be, to help fund education. Like I said earlier in the stream, we're 46th. Obviously, that shit ain't working.
Okay, 2.04 billion over 29 years would be the annuity.
That would be the annuity, but no one ever takes the annuity.
$997.6 million.
That's before taxes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, afterwards it's definitely going to be gross.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was seeing is like 630 some odd million would be what he gets after taxes. I was like, that's that's like federal taxes. I mean, God knows what the state taxes in California is going to leave him with.
And I missed out on the state lottery. They started selling the tickets November 1st.
Somebody won $1 million already.
Yeah, that was the retail. There's a retail bonus. For the $2 million sell. Whoever sells that ticket gets a bonus apparently.
Oh, see, I thought someone won like the Montana Million, just
Oh,
themselves.
well they don't actually announce that until end of the year.
Okay, well, I don't
It
know what
was
I read yesterday. It was saying like somebody in Montana won like $1 million.
unless they announced it already. That they usually save that for New Year's.
There's a runoff in Georgia. Yeah, I mean, you think they're gonna elect Warnock again? Like two runoffs in a row? That was him that was in the runoff last time, right?
I'm not sure. Okay,
Uh,
so the drawing will be held on Monday, December 26th. There'll be $2
yeah,
million grand prize winnings.
Boxing Day, huh?
They sold out in 2 days.
Some moose walking around with a ticket for each spoke of his antler.
And then the guy who won, there's a guy who won. It was not a big Powerball winner here, but we follow verbal agreements, so he ended up having to split it with some guy that was in the gas station.
I mean, like I was throwing like Hail Mary prayers Monday night. God, if you give me this money, I'll donate to all the churches in town. I'll buy the school new books and computers. I'll stock the food pantry, you know, the food bank. Just give me this money. So I gotta know, man. I gotta know what kind of deal that dude in California cut. Like, did he did he overbid me? Is that what it was?
Well, like the moment you told me about the joke prior, you actually had to buy a ticket.
Well, I did buy tickets, man. Like every time, like they said, like, oh, nobody won. It's gonna keep going. Buy me another ticket. So, so you went from Cali to New Mexico just to keep getting screwed? Damn, dude. Straight Sis Mel said, never going back to Cali. Fuck that. We got screwed again in New Mexico. Yeah, I didn't. I listened to Monkey's stream of the election night coverage, and once Scribe started yawning, I was like, yeah, yeah, I'm getting a little sweepy. So,
Stick a
and
fork.
and then he just kept doing it. I was like, dude, like you're making it worse, man. And like I tapped out before he did. Like he was still on the stream when I laid down and just zonked out. And I woke up and Monkey had pulled it off of YouTube. I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it'll probably would have gotten flagged for some shit reason.
And then I went over to Rumble to see, because he still had it up over there. I was like, how long did they end up going last night? They went nearly 5 hours. I was like, no, I'm not listening to election bullshit for 5 hours. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Like I can't do it. Especially when you already know most of the results before you start listening.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Kyler.
what's up, Kylie?
Yeah, we needed a picture ID as well.
Um, I don't know. I don't remember if picture ID is required here in Oklahoma or not. I think it might be just to verify. It's like, oh yeah, you're on the rolls. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, voted for the picture ID to vote.
Cool.
Gotcha. Yeah, ours was a. I think the big one in our area was the. I think it was the abortion one. Like, for if the abortion fails, and then the baby's born, like, do you have to care for it? And it's like,
Pause. Wait a second. If the abortion fails,
I
how
I
many abortions fail?
I have no idea. I don't know. There's a I barely understood the law as it was,
How
but
guilty are you gonna? How guilty are you gonna feel as a woman if you try and kill your kid in the womb and it survives and you still and you got to care for it after that?
let me see if I can pull the ballot up here.
That would be hilarious.
Although I might be thinking about another year or two. So let's see. Do.
What's up, Tier? Hey, cannibalistic.
Medical care for requirements for born alive infants. Let's see. A yes voted in this ballot. State that infants. Oh, that had nothing to do with abortions. Um, State that infants born alive at any stage of development are legal persons. Require medical care to be provided to infants born alive after induced labor, cesarean section, attempted abortion, or another method. So, okay, maybe they were. Establish a $50,000 fine or 20 years in prison as the maximum penalty for violating the law. No vote opposed this law, and that makes infants born alive at any stage of development a legal person that requires medical care be provided to infants born alive after an induced labor, cesarean section, or attempted abortion.
Take it easy, Rotten. Thanks for stopping by, man.
How's it going on?
Now, since you've got that appointment coming up, so how long are we gonna go for this? Just curious.
Uh, Another hour about at the longest.
Okay. You you gonna be up for some reading tonight?
um, I might turn up for it. Um, we'll see if let's see if the package is still allowing me to
Well,
do stuff.
I think Dax is finally on his days off. I think he started them yesterday, and I considered doing one last night. I was like, everyone's gonna be doing all that election shit. It's like, we'll save that for tomorrow or something. Um, I haven't talked to Dax about it yet, but I usually start around like 8 o'clock Central. So
There was another interesting one. Let's see here. Search warrant for electrical data amendment. A yes vote supported amending the state constitution to require a search warrant to access electronic data or electronic communications.
good. Yeah, you should have to have a search warrant for that.
Yeah.
That's why, like on my phone, I don't plan on getting in trouble with the law or anything. But in the event that I find myself in that situation, like I'm not gonna have it where it's like, oh, just you know look at your phone and it'll recognize your face, or use a thumbprint. No, you're gonna use a numeric code, and the cop asked to open it. No, No, thank you. I mean, technically, I would be eligible to run in 2024. I would be of age to run for president. I think I'm just going to start writing myself in for that election.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah.
Hey, Talek.
What's up, Talek? But yeah, as I'm getting older, I have less and less respect for just about, well, most professions at this point. Cops have been pretty high on the list for a while, so like I have not had the highest esteem for them. I would be a fun press secretary. Oh God. Um,
Actually, we nominated you as the press secretary for President Jenna.
why?
Because they wanted me to do it, and I'm like, no. Like, or wait, no, or was it Prospero was going to be the press secretary?
I don't lie enough to be press secretary, dude.
No, you would be. Uh,
I,
oh, I forgot what we nominated you for.
I can't lie with a straight face well enough to be the press secretary, and I sure as shit couldn't handle the dumb questions that the press would be asking. I'd get fired first day. They wouldn't even have time to give me the flak jacket, you know. Which, any of you in chat who aren't aware, every incoming press secretary for the president gets a Kevlar vest. They pass it from one to the next as a joke. So, yeah, they wouldn't even have time to hand me that before I'd get my pink slip. Oh, I got a visitor. Come here. Come on. You gonna lay down and behave? Hmm?
Pupper.
I got the bulldog with me because she's staying over here with me while I clean the house because she had a surgery last week to remove it wasn't a tumor, a growth of some kind that was on her shoulder.
Assist.
Something, yeah. And unfortunately, she's got a line of staples going from her neck past her shoulder,
Hmm.
so she can't play with the other dogs and whatnot. And thankfully, the old hiding her medicine in a piece of cheese trick works like a charm. But I've also got to put this ointment on the wound site, and every time I go to take her like out in the backyard so she can do her business, she decides she's like, you know what? Now's a perfect time to go roll around in the leaves.
Of course.
And so I look like a maniac trying to like no, 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 stop that. And it looks like I'm kicking my dog if any of my neighbors were to look out their back window. But I'm like nudging her with my foot to get her to roll back over like a turtle on its back. So, but yeah, other than that, she just hangs out in the living room, watches some old reruns, sleeps a lot.
Hmm.
I gotta go through and I gotta see about like all the different bills and stuff. Like Nana Camel, she had was it Dish Network or whatever, Dish TV, one
Yeah.
of the two. And I don't really watch TV. Like the most I've sat down and watched that TV since she's been gone is a couple of OSU football games, and that was a mistake. The season started off so well, and now they've just fucking tanked it.
Apparently, and I learned this from my coworker, that his friend or cousin, I can't remember which one, is actually in line to play for OSU.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
is a kid up in Montana?
I don't think he's from Montana. I think he said it was someone he went to school with.
Oh, well, I mean, um, it's if he's going to play football at OSU, I mean, good on him. That is a great place to go play. Um, Boone Pickens, he spent a ton of money updating the facilities and everything. So, I mean, they're state of the art. And then the stadium itself. I mean, was it like 60,000 people they can fit in that joint?
Yeah.
And yeah, when it's rocking, it is rocking. Neither cannibalistic. How dare you, sir? OSU, Ohio, or Oregon?
Isn't that Ohio State, Miami or something like that?
No. There is a University of Miami of Ohio.
Okay, it was one other way.
That's the
That's where
one.
Roethlisberger went.
Yeah, that's the one where Roethlisberger went to school. So you got the University of Miami down there in Florida, the U, and then you've got the University of Miami, Ohio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where he learned to trap girls in
To
bathrooms.
rape. Yes, that's where he learned to rape.
And that's coming from a Steelers fan. So, har
Eh,
har.
Well, I don't give a shit about the NFL. Once they start cashing paychecks, I don't care about football players. So I miss the old days before the name, image, likeness in college too, where like if you wanted to, you had to really ask yourself like, do I want to take that money from that you know like I mean they're still making commercials about Reggie Bush losing his fucking Heisman.
Yeah.
Like, I had to explain that whole thing to my grandmother before she died because like she didn't get the why he was so excited about a fucking pretzel bun. It's like, well, Nana, he played football back in the day and he won a Heisman Trophy. Kind of like OJ. Yeah, they went to the same school and everything. Only he didn't stab a white woman. Uh,
He didn't marry then stab a white woman.
like she understood way more why OJ lost his Heisman than why Reggie lost his. Like, yeah, I can see that one. Yeah.
It turns out that I got an email from Amazon Primes saying that my membership has ended.
Primes with a Z?
Primes with an S.
Oh. Yeah, Kyler says that we know of. That we know of.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he spent all that time around the Kardashians and he didn't stab a bitch. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. All right. So, like, if he can stand being around all those whores without pulling a blade, I think he's all right.
Yeah. Brady, I could give two shits about.
Uh, I mean, I like him more now that he's getting divorced. I'm sorry, I don't understand why people think that woman was attractive. I don't see it.
I definitely don't see it.
She's a skinny, horse-faced Brazilian. That is not attractive.
I wonder if I can find what the hell was that? Hmm.
Yeah, and he made kids with her too. I mean, that's now I gotta wonder, like the whole conception, everything. Did he have to put the feed bag on her to like keep that that snout away from him. You know?
Like, and he left like Bridget Moynihan for her.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's got a kid with Bridget Moynihan.
Okay, now I hate him. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Poor taste, Tom.
Yeah.
Poor taste. Well, yeah. She came across, high maintenance liability. Yeah, sure. But you know what? That was a couple rungs down the list from she's not attractive. That's the ugliest supermodel I've ever seen in my life. All right. What's Bridget up to these days? How's she doing? She's still on Blue Bloods, ain't she? She still got money
yeah, I
coming
think
in.
so. She's still rolling in it.
I mean, easily the worst decision that man's ever made in his life.
Yep.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, he did date Olivia Munn, which she went to OU. She's an Oklahoma City girl, and that alone should be enough to tell you don't date that bitch. Yeah. Fuck that guy. Exactly, Tier. I don't. Aside from that little revelation, I don't care about Tom Brady. I, like I said, once those college kids start cashing NFL checks, they're dead to me. What are you clicking, sir?
I'm going through my pictures to see if I have the one that I was looking for, but I cannot find it. It's at the point where I forgot which picture I was looking for.
Yeah, Camel. So I guess Aaron Carter died. Yeah, he did. Face tattoos, kids. Not even once.
No, you gotta have.
Did you hear? Did you hear what they found? Like they found him non-responsive in his house, right?
Yeah.
You hear what they found around him?
No.
Pills and air duster.
He's taking whippets, huh?
No. I'm not whippets. Like straight up fucking clean your keyboard air duster.
Huh.
Yeah. Like, damn, dude. I could see like huffing air duster when you're like 13. This motherfucker was 34. Did that Disney money run out? I mean, what the fuck, man?
Clearly.
Aaron Carter's last tweet was to Kanye. I don't think Kanye had anything to do with it. I could be wrong, but I think
I believe that's
I think
the pills
Yeezy
and
was
the air
innocent.
duster.
I think Yeezy was innocent.
Yeah, he had some other shit going on. He's a little distracted.
Seriously, like if your name is not Mike Tyson, and you should not get a face tattoo. All right, that's just ugh. And then apparently like, the Backstreet Boys did some kind of tribute to him at a concert. Those guys are still fucking touring. I didn't know that.
All but one of them, I guess.
No, Aaron Carter was the younger brother of one of the Backstreet Boys.
I know. Wasn't Timberlake one of the Backstreet Boys?
That's NSYNC. That's a completely different band.
Oh. Well, fuck them both. That's all I know.
But yeah, I didn't realize Aaron Carter was only a year older than me. That motherfucker looked rough. Like I'm not holding up great, but I mean, shit, dude.
I think it's safe to say Brendan Fraser's holding up better than Nick
Yeah,
Carter.
yeah. I mean, I'm closer to Brennan than I was Nick, but or Aaron, but I mean, shit.
I remember watching the back in the MTV days. The
Hold,
Aaron
hold on,
Carter.
pause. Wait a second, Kyler. I've done drugs, okay? I still don't look that rough. I've done plenty. Thank you, sir. Don't blame the drugs for that. I'd blame Hollywood before I blame the drugs. Like, I mean, how many child actors actually make it out of there alive? Well, we got like Elijah Wood, Macaulay Culkin. That's about it right now. Now you're saying,
I was gonna say back in the MTV days, this little shitbag put out music videos about being 10 years old and picking up teenagers. And I'm like, I don't know a single 10-year-old who was like, look how many girls I got.
now most of the 10-year olds I knew, they still thought girls were icky. It wasn't until about 12 when things really started changing.
Yeah.
Oh, hmm. Didn't Lindsay Lohan try to kidnap like a Russian kid or something? Like, I mean, she's still, Miley Cyrus.
She's just a bucket of nuts anyway.
You're not, I mean, okay, yes, those people are technically alive, but I think you're making my point for me, Tier.
And Lindsay Lohan attempted kidnapping.
Drew Barrymore. Okay, Tier's just going to run through a list of all the former child actors.
Lindsay Lohan
Okay,
tries to steal kid. Okay, here we go.
how many of them are normal? Okay, Hillary Duff, I'll accept that one. She's still smoking hot.
Lindsay Lohan got knocked out trying to steal a woman's kid.
Yes, she did.
The year is 2019. I actually can't believe it started like that.
Exactly, Kyler. Yeah, sixth grade. That's around the time, man. All of a sudden, they start growing tits, and they're not icky anymore. Yeah, amazing how that works, isn't it?
All right, let's see here. The year is 2019. This was written in what? This was written in 2018, and you're gonna start the thing with this is 2019.
Okay, so it's either a typo or somebody. Yeah, what's the name of that author? I'm gonna message them. Ask for the next Powerball.
I finished the paragraph. Okay, it's a telling of the future. Let's see here. The year is 2019. A mother looks at her young son and says, "You better behave. You need to eat your vegetables, brush your teeth, and wash behind your ears. Because if you don't, Lindsay Lohan's going to come and snatch you away." The child turns white as a sheet and says, "Mommy, I'll behave. Anything but that." Now it makes sense.
It's amazing how much booze turns you from like Freaky Friday to Baba Yaga. So
with the fucking pencil. Let's see. If it seems far fetched,
I listened to Miley's version of Jolene, and it was meh. I prefer the original, and if I'm going to listen to a cover, I will listen to Frog Leap Studios.
Me First and the Gimme Gimmes did it better than Miley Cyrus. I will stand by that. I will plant that flag, and I will die on that hill.
I remember like reading like the YouTube comments for Leo's version of Jolene, and I loved how like somebody said like Dolly's version was pleading, Leo's version is a warning. Jolene will shit herself if she ever hears this version.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Mr. Yes, we talked about that earlier. Somebody did win the Powerball in California, which I heard Sinatra saying that California is the state that had the issue that caused the delay. I hadn't heard that from anybody else. Like the lottery isn't going to say who the holdup was. Um, but I could see that, yeah. And that smells fucking fishy to me. The only time in our life that the Powerball doesn't kick off right at the scheduled time. Oh, Mr. Yes thought it was Minnesota. Again, like the only person I heard talking about it was Sinatra, and he was saying it was California was the holdup.
Yeah, but the article I read earlier, it looks like it was California.
Fishy. That's all I'm gonna say.
See, I couldn't win the lottery here, especially with something that vastly large, because there is no privacy law.
Mm.
So once the lottery is won, they will broadcast your name to everyone. So if I won the lottery, you guys would know.
I mean, I don't know if Oklahoma's the same way or not, but if I had won it and I couldn't, just be a private person and I had to, go out there and accept that, ridiculously big check. Do you have any statements, Mr. Camel? Yeah. I can afford guns now. Stay the fuck back.
Looks like I got myself an armory.
Now I can afford sharks with freaking lasers on their heads.
And I was talking.
I hate it when people say that. I win the Powerball, I would still go to work. The fuck I would. I'd go into work just to tell everyone I had to fuck off. It'd be like Scarface and Half Baked. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I'm out.
Now I would work, but I was talking to my nephew about this, and he's like, "Well, it's only $1 million. If you won the lottery, you'd still have to work." And I go, "Yeah, but I wouldn't have to work the shit job I'm working now."
Exactly.
Now, I can do what I want.
Johnny wins the lottery. Next thing I know, it's like, "Hey, Camel, guess what? We're doing a 24-hour stream." All right.
Here's the cocaine.
All right.
It's a test study. Let's do this.
And Johnny just sitting there like, how much cocaine can we give Camel before his heart explodes?
It's like, who's going to die first?
I'm willing to bet you'd probably be you. My tolerance is way better than yours.
Mine is awful. So yeah, chances are it would be me.
It's like weightlifting, man. You can't just go in there and just start deadlifting 1,000 pounds. You got to build up to it, son. You'll blow your asshole out that way if you do it that.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, well, Terry, he said, invested well. $1 million could be enough to stop working. I mean, that's how they scam all these kids into going to college here in the States. The average college graduate makes more than $1 million more than the average high school graduate. Yeah, but they're also like $250,000 in debt. So I mean,
yeah, with if I were to win $1 million, I would definitely start investing, and anyone who came asking for money would be like, it's already donated, so fuck right off.
I mean, anybody came asking me for money, they just hear a shotgun racking.
Hey, friend I haven't seen in 7 years.
You want the bird shot or the buck shot? It's the only handout I'm giving right now. No, actually, you know what? I'd give the first round would be a beanbag, just for shits and giggles. Just so you can see like the whites of their eyes go real big when the gun actually fires, and then they're on the ground just like checking themselves like. Ugh. That's your one warning. Don't ask me for money again. Now get the fuck off my property. Buy farmland, enjoy the simple life with a pig farm for strangers. Yeah. Well, you gotta remember, man. You gotta pull the teeth and shave the hair. The hair does not do well in a pig's digestive system. So Pennsylvania has both a statutory right to publicity and common law rights to privacy. How's that work? Like, we gotta tell them that you won, but you have the right to remain anonymous.
Well, that just means you have an option. You can opt to let yourself be known.
I don't know why anybody would ever choose to do that. Like, I'm again, it's probably a good thing that I didn't win the Powerball because, good lord, you give me that kind of money, I'm already an asshole. you know, I'm already an asshole being broke. You give me fuck you money, God help us all.
Yeah.
I like I'd start going through like all the grievances I had. Like it'd be like Festivus year round. You know. Just think of all the people that had wronged me over the course of my life and ways to get even. Was there anything on Twitter that is not fucking election related?
No.
Yeah, so much for that. I'm gonna be right back. I guess the dog's wanting to go out in the backyard, roll around some more. Be right back.
All right. But yeah, for the name of the stream, I have a surgery coming up in about an hour and a half. I'm going to be getting the snip, hence the picture of the cat in the cone with mustache. So I am a bit nervous about it. Despite everyone telling me it's going to be fine, I still have my my fears as it happens. But yeah, my out of pocket has been met, so it is. Well, funny story there, cannibalistic. Uh, on paper, I have been a woman since I was born. Since the hospital that I was at actually didn't have ultrasounds, so when I was finally birthed, and they're like, "All right, well, bring out the paperwork," and they're like, "Oh, it's a boy," and they didn't change the paperwork. So then, the Social Security office had me as a woman for I think about 35 years.
Oh, did I tell you that the sister messaged me the other day?
No.
Yeah, I'd read out the whole exchange, previous text messages to you.
Yeah.
Well, this one was just like, just want to tell you that I love you. It's like, hmm. So I didn't respond back. I don't think I could formulate a message that would be appropriate. Right now, only 7 states allow lottery winners to maintain their anonymity: Delaware, Kansas, Maryland, North Dakota, Texas, Ohio, and South Carolina.
And I am not in any of those.
6 states also allow people to form a trust to claim prize money anonymously. California entirely forbids lottery winners to remain anonymous. Well, guess what? That dude that won yesterday, he's moving the fuck out of California. Toot sweet.
As soon as that check clears, he is gone. Like,
He's gonna find one of those states that have like the constitutional carry and like stand your ground, castle doctrine. Hey, Mr. Dax.
hey, Mr. Dex.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't live in any of those states either. So, but again, like if I got to stand up there in front of God and everybody, it's like I can afford guns now. Leave me alone. I won't donate to your charity. I won't donate to your campaign. You know, I'm not gonna feed the homeless or save the little pygmies in Africa. Fuck all of you.
Well, it's like you said. Uh, there's only going to be a couple things donated, and that's birdshot or buckshot.
And bird shots if I'm feeling generous. That's only if I just want to maim you. But yeah. God, so much fucking politics on the timeline. Why? And we're not going to get any break, right? They're going to start talking 2024.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't talk about it this week, but next week it's fucking started. If I won, I'd pay off my college debt and get lipo. Um, I mean, if you win, okay, yeah, pay off your college debt, sure. But I wouldn't go lipo, man. Just get you like a personal trainer and a chef.
Yeah.
Do it naturally. It'd be a lot better for you that way than having them just suck the fat out of you. Because then you got to deal with that flabby skin that's left over.
Yeah, and then it's plastic surgery from there on.
Yeah. I mean, and if you're not if you don't want to go the trainer route, then get the Al Roker surgery. Get them to put that little lap band thing around your stomach.
And
Although,
depending upon your
just just
state, you can
just
choose between
remember,
the band and the sleeve.
just remember that you can't eat like a fat ass anymore if you do that, because you'll break that thing.
Oh yeah, they would. I don't think you shouldn't even get lipo if you're not fat.
Yeah. Oh
That
man, then
that's
just
for
and
like
that's for morbidly obese people. Like the fat is like pushing on their organs to the point where they can't breathe and shit.
my 600 pound life type stuff.
Yeah, if you're not being weighed with freight scales, you probably don't need lipo. Um,
If you step on
yeah.
your scale and it goes ah, like yeah, that's a problem.
Although, I know I'm sitting here saying this, but it can be difficult to just change your habits. Because I sat on that scale and it said 232. I was like, ooh, that's not good. And trying to move more, but the moving part, I mean, I can do that. That's doable. The eating less, that's that's difficult. So, because I mean, you can also buy testosterone pills. Uh, I mean, if you win $1 billion in the lottery, you can just buy straight testosterone. You don't need the pills. They've got those clinics. Aren't you too muscular? No, we're fat. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I was just thinking about that picture that I made uh, from that anime with your head on it, and I can't find that picture now.
Okay, I shouldn't say that I'm fat, but I'm kind of in the same situation you're in, Mister Yes. I'm a fairly skinny dude, but the stomach, I'm walking around with that spare tire. So
I have size to me. I think we'll call it.
yeah, I've got it's not. I don't have a six pack, but I don't have a keg either. So I'd say I'm rocking a 40 ounce. You know, I got those 40 ounce abs. Yeah, yeah, any pecs. Uh, I mean, I do have pectoral muscles, yes, just like any other human. They're not well defined, but I do have them.
Mine are defined enough that I'd rather keep them hidden.
I don't have to worry about the man boobs. So as far as I'm concerned, we're doing all right.
Yeah, I don't have boobs, so
Yeah.
that's at least a plus.
But yeah, one of the little exercise apps I've got on my phone, because that does help too, because it'll remind me every day. It's like, hey, move your fat ass, and it's got the little BMI thing on it, and so you put in your weight, and when I'd first put that app on my phone, because I hadn't used it in forever, I weighed like 212, and that was still they had a little BMI scale on it, and it was like, hey man, you're in the yellow, you're in the 20 some odds of the BMI, right? And I was like, I adjusted it because of actually weighing myself. It's like 232 at 6'2". It's like, oh, guess what? You are right there teetering on the red, sir. I'm teetering from overweight to obese according to the BMI.
Yeah, the last time I went to the doctor, because they have a color chart with the numbers, and I'm like, well, let me find my weight first since it's over here. Oh, red. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there, man. I'm like a hair's length away from, or hair's width away from being in the red. Need to lose 212 pounds. Oof. Good luck to you,
I
man. Because I probably need to drop about. I'd probably at least 30, maybe 40.
I have been told that I need to lose 70.
Well, I mean, if we're going straight by the BMI, I need to lose like 50. According to the BMI, I should be like 180 to 185 at my height. That's like at 180, I could play my ribs like a xylophone. Are you serious right now? So what I need to do? update. I got a Mexican coming to work on my doors this weekend.
So
Uh,
you went Home Depot, huh?
no, no, we don't have a Home Depot, but one of my neighbors, he's got a guy, so he's like, he built my house. It's like, cool. Your house is still standing. I'll take him. Uh, on the BMI, yes, yes, they would. If you're, if I weighed the same as I do now, but it was all still muscle, the BMI would still say that I am overweight. It doesn't take into account, muscle mass versus fat or anything like that. It's it's a good starting point, but I wouldn't hang everything on it. So I for me the biggest thing is eating. I like to eat. I have my whole life, and I I get hangry way easier than other people apparently.
Comfort
So
food is a thing.
oh yeah, Green Badger. I'm rocking that dad bod at the moment. But guess what? People saying that dad bods are sexy, lying out of their fucking ass. No, nobody thinks a fat dude's sexy. All right. There's that one autistic chick on Twitter that says she loves fat dudes, but she's still single. So I mean, apparently she has other standards than fatness. Now, if I could get 232 pounds of just like muscle, oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, Green Badger Outdoors.
No, it's okay to fat shame both of them, Mr. Dax. Don't let those bitches lie to you.
It's all about equality.
Exactly. But yeah, if they tell you you can't fat shame a woman, it's like, all right, how much did you giggle at Fat Thor? Because I'm pretty sure that dude he wasn't even fat for that movie. That was a fat suit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I I I don't imagine Chris Hemsworth doing like the full on like Christian Bale route and gaining 50
Yeah.
pounds of belly fat. Not as many steroids as they had to pump into that dude to make him look like a fucking Norse god in the first place. I wouldn't roll that back. Would you, Johnny?
Oh, hell no.
No. I might go down to like a 4 pack of abs instead of a 6 pack or 8 pack or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna let myself get that fat after after doing all that work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Christian Bale, like that dude, he's still.
Between Bale and D'Onofrio, like that
I
whale
mean,
just
but yeah, like I mean, look at the turnaround from like the Machinist to Batman Begins.
yeah.
Oof, that and then didn't he play Dick Cheney?
Um, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, Mr. Yes, yeah, he was Dick Cheney.
He was?
Yeah, yeah, because he gained weight for like that, and there was another American Hustle. That's the one he did with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence.
Huh.
Yeah, he got fat for both of those, and then he like lost the weight. The lightest I've been as an adult is about 180. You can count my rib. Yeah, yeah. Um, I think like between high school and college, I was around like 170 to 180. And yeah, you could count all of my fucking ribs. And then after college, started getting a little husky, you know. But at the same time, I was also way more active than I am now. Like there was a point in time where I wasn't jacked or anything like that, but I was in pretty good shape at around 215. And I was working at a scrapyard, so literally all I was doing all day was throwing metal from one place to another. So, yeah, I was in fairly decent shape back then.
How far back have I gone? 2020, and I still haven't found that picture.
Of
The meme that I made for
oh,
you.
meme that you made of me, anime meme.
Yeah,
The
because
only one I recall is the one where you had like me and Vince and Gabby and all them.
well, there's the one I think when we were talking about, we were talking with Mr. Yes, and he goes, "Yo, I thought you were ripped,"
Oh God, no, no.
and yeah, we're like, no. Well, that's a meme I thought I would never find again. So let's just save that one.
I smoke like a chimney, so my cardio is shit. Like I'm not, not ripped, not in very good shape. Although, like I said, once this weekend is over and I got my doors back on to where I can actually lock them when I leave, I am gonna start going to the wellness center and try and start working out. We've got the tribe has a wellness center south side of town. I have to start making a trip out there. And now the
Nice.
dog's knocking. I'll be right back.
All right. But no, the picture that I made that I have somewhere uh, is the anime version of Alex Louise Armstrong with Camel's head. And I cannot, for the life of me, find that picture. And I thought it would be, thought it'd be easy to find, and apparently, it is not. And I've gone back all the way to 2019, and I know it's been a while, but I know it's around here somewhere. Bison is phenomenal. I would devour a bison. It's really well. It's really good stuff. Whether it be steak or burger, it doesn't matter. It is so very, very good.
What's going on?
Mr. Yes brought up bison in the chat.
I've never had a buffalo burger.
If it wasn't so pricey, I would suggest it.
Uh, there was there was one restaurant that opened up years ago. I don't think it's still in business. But yeah, they had different types of uh of meat. Buffalo, elk. Or did they have elk? Or was it just? I think it was just deer. Venison.
Elk's good too.
I've heard good things. I would love to try these things, but uh, that one there's like I said, this is this one restaurant, and the only person I met who had worked there seemed kind of shady to me. I was like, nah, nah. Think I'll stick with my, regular beef burgers that are mass produced and don't seem to make everyone nearly as sick.
Well, I don't think it's here. Well, poop.
Venison sausage is amazing. I would like to try these things. They sound tasty, but this is like I said, just that one place, and I didn't like the look of it. Restaurant pre-pandemic sold a burger that was combined boar and elk. I mean, I like a bacon cheeseburger as much as the next guy, but I don't know if I'd want them ground up together. Kyler, I used to know a guy. Uh, Unfortunately, I don't know any of the local hunters around here. It's like, hey man, Oh, I take that back. Actually, I do know one. Neighbor over by the girlfriend's house. Yeah, ask him. It's like, hey man, hunting season's coming around, isn't it? For the love of God, talk about anything else, you assholes.
There is nothing else.
There is only Zool. Never had any quail.
I
Yeah,
never
I
had
stick
quail
to
either.
the three main food groups. You got cow, pig, chicken.
Here's the Bernie Sanders meme. Just cycling past that. Man, that meme got a lot of usage.
Favorite Native American folklore stories.
There are so many of those.
I mean,
The Devil's Tower one is pretty good for a short one.
we don't really have any stories that I know of, or that I know for like Choctaws. There's like
Hmm.
there's the one story about the turtle and how it got its shell,
Found it.
but other than that one, I don't really recall.
Don't you fucking crash on me. Although the irony of it crashing on a 9/11 meme. Yeah.
You put me on a 9/11 meme.
No, I found the picture.
Oh,
I put it in the meme catcher.
hey, Mr. Scott.
And I stopped and I'm like, oh, I can find the meme here. And for some reasoning, oh, here it is. It froze when I found the picture, but it stopped. It stopped on a 9/11. There it is.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
If only.
And
No,
now,
I eat
so I
way
don't
too much
lose you
fast food
again,
for that.
I'm going to put you wait over here.
Yeah, I only eat like once a day, but unfortunately, that once a day is way more calories than I burn.
I only eat once a day. How many calories do you eat? 70,000.
uh, Yesterday probably would have been at least three, maybe four. Like I'm not getting up there like not getting to like Manny Pacquiao levels of consumption or anything like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, you know how much that dude was eating a day, like in training camp or whatever. He's eating like 10,000 calories.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean he was also burning like I don't know 11. I don't know, but that's been my biggest problem with the whole losing weight thing. I eat way more than I burn, and then if I go work out, I want to eat even more.
All right. I'm gonna have to call it. It is time.
Time for the cone of shame.
Yep. And I think Thunderbird is Apache
Um,
or Navajo.
I have no idea. I'm a very bad Indian, guys. I don't know all the stories and whatnot.
I thought about it, and that was back when I actually had money. Uh, Seeing about reaching out to artists around the Twitter sphere
Hmm.
and having them draw something that in line to a native story, and then kind of just have someone read it and do the story with the picture, and then just call that good. But then the money went away, and there went the idea.
If I had money, I would not be doing any like native art or this or that. I would be commissioning artists for my camels. You know, I mean, I can only use Joe Camel for so long. You know,
Yeah.
I mean R.J. Reynolds isn't using him, so why not? But um, yeah, I want my nurse camel first and foremost. I want someone to recreate the Enema of the State cover, but instead of Janine, have Camel there. I think that'd be hilarious.
But with the editor shut only one tier.
Um, Probably not. I seriously doubt they'd give a shit. But Johnny has to go to his appointment, and I'm starting to get a headache because
I'm getting stabbed
food
in
and
the
whatnot.
testicles.
Did you shave?
I did not.
Oh, you're gonna have fun with that then. I forgot to shave too, and yeah, they're not nearly as gentle.
Well, fortunately, it's not a veritable forest down there, so it's.
It doesn't matter, dude. They're gonna treat you like a fucking recruit in Marine boot camp. They're just gonna just zip done.
Well, it'll preempt me for the pain that I'm about to feel.
No, it won't. That's just adds to the discomfort, sir. Trust me.
It's all gonna hurt. I don't care.
What got me was like the doc was sitting there talking. You know, he told me he's like generally in my experience, people don't really feel pain on the right one. It's the left side for some reason that gets them. I was like, okay, well, I guess right side first then. And I felt the clip, and it was like, he's like, you feel that? I was like, yep. He's like, all
Yeah,
right, well, left side then. I was
I'm
like, oh god, no,
I'm gonna ask for a leather strap so that I can bite down on it.
dude, it's not going to be one of those like it's not like they're sawing your leg off or something like that. It's just going to feel like someone punched you in the gut really, really hard.
It's like I said, I don't like pain. It hurts me.
But yeah, yeah. So he had it. Apparently, I'm a freak of nature or something because like that right side, yeah, that one hurt. Left side didn't feel a thing.
Because it
Maybe it's
all
just
it
because
all moved to
maybe
the right.
yeah, maybe it's because he clipped the right side first, and I was still reeling from that. But
But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I may, if I am feeling up to it. I'll if you guys are streaming, I will try to stop by.
Okay.
If not, pray for me.
Pray you don't get a granuloma. All right.
Yeah, yeah. The stuff that could happen freaks me out more than the stuff that will happen. Like, but yeah. With that, we are done here.
Later, everybody.
Have a good night.